Hey, Brother Sewing and Crafting family, Angela Wolf here, Brother Brand Ambassador. And we have another great project for you today, great tutorials. Pop in, say hi. We're live streaming on Brother's Facebook and YouTube pages. So I see YouTube always rolls in first. So hey, all the YouTube fans. Facebook must be delayed just a sec. So it's so great to see you all. And again, thank you, Brother, for bringing the Thursday shows back at noon. I saw a ton of your comments, and so did they. So they listened. All right, so wait to see what we have for you today. This is going to be a lot of fun. So we've got Tock joining us, and he's going to be showing a lot about, can you guess? Did you read the title? Zippers. Yes, zippers. I know. I love zippers. So I know you all watched yesterday while I made a top, and someone asked, are you going to sit there and sew the whole time Chris is showing off zippers? Well, I don't know. But after I watch him, I might be adding zippers to the top. So you just never know. So let's not make him wait any longer. Let's bring Chris to the party. Hey, Chris.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
How are you?
Excellent introduction.
How's it going at your end?
It's good. I am happy to be doing something. It's funny. I threw out a bunch of ideas of things I could do. And I was like, they're never going to pick zippers. And they were like, can you do zippers? And I was like, yep. So we're going to do 3 different demonstrations on how to make 3 different things with zippers. And I'll go over that once we're ready. I think I can do it. There we go. There's my face.
Wait, before you get going, Chris, because we haven't seen you in a little while, and we know you've been working on a real cool project. Did you were writing a book? Did you finish the book?
We did finish the book, and the publisher released it about a month ago, and I wasn't sure if I was allowed to show. Oh, I should probably introduce myself briefly. But I'm Tock. I own a company called Tock Custom and Ultimate Cosplay. But I do sewing tutorials on YouTube, and I live broadcast my workshop, and I do commissions and all kinds of sewing stuff. So I just love sewing, and somewhere along the lines, Brother reached out, and I've gotten to work with them for the last 4 or 5 years. Anyway, on top of that, a publisher reached out to me and asked me if I would write a book, and I came out with this with my business partner. There we go. It's called Armor Up, and it's all about working with thermoplastics. And myself and I think 14 different artists from around the world, I reached out to and asked them if they would do some demonstrations. So here's my artist profile or artist highlight profile, and I did a demo on how to make horns out of I think Warbler and Wonderflax and things like that. So anyway, that is, if you want to know where to find this, please reach out to me through my website or something. But I'm really proud. I've never been an author before, so I'm really excited.
Yeah, and that's a pretty cool picture too, by the way. Very cool picture.
But yeah, and I can see chat, so I will try to be engaged with everyone while we're doing our demos here.
Well, I'm just going to let you take it away, Chris, because I might have to ask you a few questions if you don't see. The team always rolls in a ton of questions, but I'll try to stay out of the way and just watch. But I can't wait to see what you're going to do with zippers, because you've always got cool projects going on.
Thank you very much for the intro. And okay, so I'm going to get a wide shot here, and I'm going to do my best to operate my cameras so we've got our wide shot when I'm just screwing around, and then I should be able to. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's right. Hold on. There we go. This is going to be my table cam, and then I should be able to please work. My cameras are, oh wait, there it is. Okay, here we go. All right, I got it. I had to work all the kinks out. So we're going to be using the Brother ST150 HDH. We don't need a serger or overlock machine for this project. Actually, let's talk about what projects we're doing. So I got up early this morning and prepared 3 different things for today. So I wanted to show you guys how to do a welted zipper pocket. So I just got a piece of olive twill, and then I sewed some coffee flannel for the lining in there. So I'm going to show you how to do a lined welted zipper pocket. And then I also made one of these. These take me like 10 minutes to make, which is just a little top zipper pouch, and the inside has got its own lining fabric as well. So we're going to show you how to do one of those. For the most pants sewn for him, I do have a lot of pants. And then if there's time, I made the first part of a hoodie, and for some reason I used flannel instead of fleece, but it should look fine. So if there's time, I'm going to show you how to sew a full-length separating zipper into a hoodie. So those are the 3 zipper projects I'm going to be showing you. A couple of them I've got demos on my YouTube channel, which is just Tock Custom on YouTube. But otherwise, we're going to start with, I think, the welted zipper pocket, because that's something that I think everyone could probably use. Why do I keep hitting the wrong camera? Anyway, I'm going to just kind of get set up for this. So we're going to be doing one of these first. And I know this camera is not entirely in focus, but hopefully your imagination can fill in the gaps. All right, sweet. So I decided we're going to be using blue denim on the outside. The lining will be this wonderful Winterland fabric, and we're going to use a light blue zipper so you can see it right here. So let's get ready for this. I suppose I could have pre-cut stuff, but whatever. We're going to get this from beginning to end. So oh yeah, I just need one piece for this. Okay. So I'm just going to cut out a big square of denim and preheat my iron while I'm doing that. All right, sweet. Zippers are my kryptonite. Well, okay, that's why we're doing this. I think something I hear a lot is zippers and knits are very intimidating to not just newcomers, but like I still get kind of nervous with knits because they're just unpredictable, especially like 4-way stretch knits. Okay, so we're going to use this as, let's say this was the panel of a messenger bag or something like that. I'm just going to cut this so it's mostly square. Not that it matters, but I want it to look straight. Okay, and let's press this just so it looks nice and good too. All right, and looks like there's a bunch of people in chat. So if you guys want to let me know or each other know what you're all working on, I think that would be kind of cool. That's something I always like to ask folks is, what kind of stuff are you making? Or what kind of new machines have you been using? Because I just got the Brother Airflow 3000 and I absolutely love it. Okay. Unfortunately, we won't be doing anything with the overlock machine, but that is okay. All right, so that is our panel. Okay, so now we're going to cut out our pocket bag. So we're going to start talking about measurements to make sure that I'm doing a good job of expressing what we're doing. Be so intimidating. Knits love me. Zippers hate me. As far as I know, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, well, I'll say it this way. I've never used knit fabrics with a zipper before. I suppose you could if you stay stitched it or something, but that's not something I'd commonly do. FSL crosses for my church. Very nice. What is FSL? Forgive me for not knowing the lingo. Okay, so here is our winter fabric. This is the wrong side. It doesn't matter which side we cut it on, but this is a pre-made 7-inch wide zipper, and it's 7 inches from the zipper stop to the zipper head. So what I'm going to do is we're going to cut out a pocket bag that is, I'm going to add an inch on either side of kind of a seam allowance. So we've got a nice straight edge here. So I'm going to mark this. So if it's a 7-inch zipper, we're going to cut a 9-inch wide pocket bag. And I'm going to do this 18 inches tall because we're going to end up folding this in half, and the pocket bag is going to end up being like 9 inches or something, which is more than enough, and I can shorten it later if I need to. Anyway, so we are cutting a 9-inch wide by 18-inch tall piece of fabric. Everything I'm going to be using today is wovens, including the hoodie, which doesn't make any sense, but that's just the fabric that I ended up using. So you're allowed to make fun of me for that. That is totally okay. All right, here we go. Hi, Linda. How are you doing? I'm not sure how many people here are familiar with me or any of my work, but I appreciate everyone being so friendly. Okay, so here is, oh, I didn't cut the selvage off, but it doesn't really matter since it's all going to get hidden on the inside. In fact, let me just double check to make sure it's the correct measurement. Oh, I can trim that off for sure. For sure, okay. Because that's going to be longer than 9 inches. So, all right, perfect. So now we've got our pocket bag, and the zipper should be about 1 inch on the inside from the edges. And I'm counting not all of the zipper tape. I'm counting where the zipper stop is and the zipper head is. We've got about 1.5 inches or so on either side, which is plenty to work with. Now, before we do the welt, and if you don't know what that means, just hang out for a second. I'm going to cut out a little bit of some fusible interfacing, and that's just going to help us get a nice smooth welt on our zipper, so this looks really clean. I'm also going to be using, I think it's called Wonder Tape, which is that like two-sided, like washable tape stuff. I don't know if that's what it's called. I've had it for years, but it's going to help us get our zipper to stay put while we're top stitching it into place. Okay, let me do a little pressing here. All right. So I'm just pressing the top where we're going to put our fusible interfacing. So we've got a square that's about 4 or 5 inches tall by the entire width of where the welt is going to go. So I'm going to fuse these together, and then we're going to start doing some weird stuff to that other panel here. I still think it's really funny that the folks at Brother were like, yeah, let's do something on zippers. And I wasn't entirely prepared for that, but that's kind of half the fun of whatever we're doing is just being kind of surprised. Where did I put that blue denim? Did I throw it on the floor? Maybe. Yes, I did. Okay. All right, so we're going to follow the grain line of this, so it's that way. And I make a lot of messenger bags. Oh, I should have grabbed an example. You know what? Let me grab this. I've got one right here. This would have been a smart idea to show an example. So this is a bag I made for myself for an event I went to last year. And, oh, I guess it's kind of hard to see. But there's 8 welt pockets throughout this entire thing. This doesn't have a zipper, though. This is just a standard single welt pocket. And these are all lined, and there's a bunch on the inside and on the back and things like that. So this thing has tons of pockets. We're just doing a variation where we're going to add a zipper to this. So, yeah. Anyway, it's kind of the same steps for how you do a standard welt pocket, but instead of folding the fabric up to make a welt, we're going to just put a zipper there. So I need to grab a pen. Now, we're going to draw a big rectangle on here. Yeah, you guys can see this. Thank you, Zena. And Zena, you've got a great name. I don't think I've ever met anyone with a name that cool before. Okay, here we go. So about 1.5 inches from the top, I'm going to draw a line that's 7 inches across from the center. So that way we've got enough seam allowance. Hopefully you can see that line. I'll draw the rectangle, then I'll show you guys. And I want this to be about 3/8 of an inch wide, which is about the width of the zipper itself on the zipper tape. We just need this just wide enough for the zipper head or the zipper pull and the zipper teeth themselves to be able to poke through. And that distance for this zipper is about 3/8 of an inch. The last one I did was 1/2 inch, and it was just a little too wide. So I'm gonna tighten this up a little bit. I'm gonna close my rectangle. And I'm going to pin this into place before we draw our cut lines. Hopefully, oh, you like the first strap? Actually, just while I'm particularly proud of this strap, not just because it's got fur, but I embroidered my brand on the strap so that everyone knows who Tock Custom is, I guess, when you're hanging out. And then, yeah, there's lots of fur all the way around the bag, which I don't see a lot of people making, bags with fur. Why the hell not? All right. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to do 4 pins just to really lock this piece down. I don't know if it's entirely necessary to interface this fabric, but I just have found that I get really polished results when I do. Okay, so this is what I've got. I also knocked my zipper on the floor. Okay, so this is what I've got so far, right? That is a 7-inch wide by 3/8 of an inch tall rectangle. And what we need to do is we're going to cut this right down the middle, and then we have to do some diagonal lines. And if you've never done a welt pocket ever before, this is one of those things that like still mystifies me, but I trust the steps and the process, and it always works. So I'm drawing 2 45-degree angles that are going to be my cut lines. Okay, so it should look something like that. Oh, there's the picture of me with Tom Wilson, the guy that played Biff in the Back to the Future movies. Okay, I've got a funny rolling slideshow for some reason on my overlay. Okay, now, oh, I should have mentioned, you should be pinning this piece here to the right side of your panel. So this denim or canvas doesn't even have a right or wrong side, but if you're doing one, make sure the right side is up, or right sides are together. Now I just need my rotary cutter. Thank you, C. Lombard. I love that embroidery. So I digitized that by hand, or freehand, whatever you call it, using Brothers PE Design 11 software. And then I embroidered it with the PR 1055X, which is great for multicolored projects. Okay, so I just used a rotary cutter to cut kind of the center open. Now I'm just going to use some precision snips to cut out along those diagonal lines. I really hope I can get through all 3 of these projects because they're all pretty cool, but I'm pretty confident we'll get through 2 of them. Okay. Bam. And I'll show you what this looks like when I'm done cutting. Oh, my hands are especially shaky this morning. I think drinking like 6 cups of coffee before 10 o'clock was maybe not a great idea before I stream. Okay, so this is what the cut should look like. And you should have these little triangles here. And that's going to help us get... oh, crap, I should have... I'm sorry. Well, it's going to be fine. I skipped a step. I was supposed to sew the rectangle into place before that, but I think it's going to be okay. So before I do anything else, we're going to sew all the way around the perimeter of this. That's what happens when I'm streaming, is I just completely forget what step I'm on. But thankfully, you guys are forgiving and everything's going to be fine. Okay. And I thankfully prepared a camera. Because last time I did this, I didn't, and people were angry with me that they couldn't see all of my sewing here. So anyway, I'm going to start at the top left corner of this rectangle, and it's still pretty flat, so I don't think I'll have any issues with anything moving around. I don't know if you can really see that, but it's better than nothing at all. So I'm going to put my needle down right at the top left corner, do a couple and a back stitch. Then we're going to go all the way down, and I'm going to go fast. Hopefully that doesn't offend anyone, but I'm only with you guys for a limited time here, you know. Okay. We're going to do our pivots. And then back down the other side. I'm going to try to make sure that doesn't move. I think it's going to be fine. Oh yeah, and if anyone is not familiar with myself or my work, I do a lot of men's fashion accessories, like kind of unisex accessories, and lots of costumes, cosplay, and prop work. So I get to make things like armor and swords and shields and things like that, which is really fun for me. I don't teach all of that stuff, but I just really love teaching sewing and all the techniques that I've picked up over the years. Okay, so that is what I should have done before I cut it, but I think it's going to be fine. So I'm going to clean up my threads. Whoops. And did I just like explode my microphone? I think I did. But here we go. There is a lot that I want to share. But this stuff is really fun. Okay, so now I'm going to take out my pins since that is sewn into place. Oh, I got tons of time. You guys are stuck with me for like another 40 minutes. This is going to be terrible. Also, I need some coffee. Okay. Now, that is sewn and it is cut, even though I didn't do it in the right order. I forgot to mention, if you do have a pattern that has like, what do you call it? If the pattern needs to be right side up, where there's like a graphic that needs to be right side up, you would sew this on upside down if you want it to look correct side up when you sew together. This one doesn't really have a right or direction, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm going to take my pocket bag and I'm going to just put the bottom through the hole, flip this whole thing over, and we're going to start feeding this out the back. And just as an example, there was the finished one. Directional painter. Thank you, Patricia. I don't know why my brain is not coming up with the correct verbiage for today, but that's what chat is for. That's what you guys are here for. Oh, good, Christina. I hope this is helpful. And I'm going to try to keep doing my best to explain what I'm doing. So you guys can rewatch this, or if you're just here to, hang out with someone while you're sewing or working on a project at home, that's cool too. A lot of my regulars like to just hang out and work on their own thing, whether they're, a blacksmith or a painter or whatever. Okay, so I'm trying to lay this as flat as I can. I'm going to press this because it's going to want to kind of like pucker and roll up like that. So let me grab... here's my pressing mat. And hopefully my iron's still kind of hot. Oh, good. Linda, well, you're in the right spot then. And I haven't actually filmed a video on this for my channel. In fact, so I was thinking about that this morning when I was preparing this for today. I was like, why haven't I done that? It's such a great technique. But there's always lots and lots of stuff to share. Sorry if my head's in the way. Okay, so I'm just pressing this down so everything looks nice and crisp. And this is on the inside. And if you get any like pleats or puckers, normally you can kind of iron it into shape. Let's see how this looks on the front. So this is what we're going to be looking at on the front. I got a little bit of a pleat right there because I think I did too wide of a back stitch, but I can normally just press that and it'll relax back into shape. And if it doesn't, and it's not perfect, too bad, that happens sometimes. Handmade stuff isn't always perfect. In fact, rarely is it ever perfect, but I'm comfortable with that. So that is our opening for what we're going to be doing here. Now I can get rid of this. Let's see. Okay. So now we're going to put the zipper into place like this before we actually close the pocket. Okay. So that's where this double-sided tape comes handy. So this stuff is really interesting. I only use this for zippers, but I really wish I had a closer zoom on this. So what I'm going to do is when I peel this off like this, the bottom side here is sticky, and then the top side is like a removable paper thing, and then that'll be sticky over there. So I'm going to pull this the length of my zipper tape, which is about 8 or 9 inches, and I'm going to cut it. Now, before I peel off the paper, I'm going to do this as far on the top side of my zipper tape as I can. I'm going to press it down really, really hard with my finger so that it stays nice and tough right there, okay? So that is on there. Like, in fact, you know what? I'll just do both of them. So we're going to do the top and the bottom. If any of this is not making sense to anyone, just, you know, say something really loudly in chat so that I can backpedal and, you know, try to explain this. Otherwise, I will shoot a video on this for my channel probably next week or something. Okay, so that is what we've got for now. When I pull this paper off, it's going to be really hard to see that there's anything even there at all, okay? Because this stuff is clear. You can kind of see it, and it's really sticky too. And that is machine washable, so when you wash it, it will like eliminate it, which is really cool. Now, I don't really like wash messenger bags, but you know, for maybe a jacket or something else, I don't know, whatever. Okay, so this zipper is really sticky now. I like my zipper head to be on the left. And what I'm going to do is I want to put the welt over it so it's going to cover just the left side of the zipper pull, and I want it to go just to the left of the zipper stop so that that's not visible. So I'll move all this stuff. I'm going to pull the welt so it's nice and straight, and I know it's kind of dark in there, but my zipper pull is on the left. I want to make sure my teeth are right in the center. Now I'm just going to firmly press down where that sticky tape is. Okay, is this all making sense? You guys, if anyone's actually crafting along with me, I'd be very impressed, but let me know. Okay, so that's stuck there. It's not going to move, but we still have to top stitch it into place. So I can test it, I suppose. So the zipper works and it opens, which is good. So now we're going to take this to the machine, and I'm going to top stitch all the way around the rectangle as close as I can to that folded edge right there. So we're going to top stitch all the way around. In fact, why am I showing you here when I think it would be better to show you right here? All right, sweet. All right, that probably looks better. So we're going to top stitch from the top corner all the way around. I've got black thread in my machine. I'm going to put white in here just so it's a little bit more visible. Hello, Linda Bridges from Texas. I'm in Texas right now myself. I'm from Milwaukee originally, but I live in Dallas right now. And thankfully, it's not brutally hot outside yet. I mean, it's not cold, but it's not terrible yet. All right, here we go. Here we go. So I've got white thread on top, and still I have a black bobbin, but whatever, that's fine. Oh, right. I don't really have to use a zipper foot, but I'm going to just to be safe. This thing doesn't command one, but this is your typical universal left-right zipper foot. I'm going to put this so that my zipper will be on the left, which means I position the foot so it's kind of on the right. That way I can edge stitch really close to that fold line without having any issues. I'm going to do a little bit of a longer stitch. Okay, here is our stitch. So I am stitching just about as close as I can to that edge. I want to make sure that none of the fabric is lifting off of that tape, or it's not puckering at all. So far, so good. Now, when I get to this corner and I pivot, I want to make sure I don't sew over that stopper, which I might do by accident. So I'm going to do this by hand because I don't feel like breaking a needle during a live broadcast. Okay, I got lucky with that. Sorry, I know I'm blocking everything and you guys are angry, but it's just the way it goes. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. One more stitch. One more. Okay. Let's play it very safe. So what this is doing is it's just locking the fabric to the zipper tape underneath. And that two-sided tape is more or less temporary. So sewing it into place is making it permanent. Okay. I also love using this heavy-duty machine for like pretty much everything. In fact, I love it so much, I bought a second one so that I can do top stitching on this one while I'm doing construction on this one. So I've got two Brother ST150s for pretty much everything that I make. I love top stitching, so I felt like it was a good investment, and it saves me a lot of time. Oh no! There's people mowing their lawn outside. Hopefully you guys can't hear that. Okay. All right, now I'm going to do a back stitch to close that off. Normally I would do probably a cooler color top stitch than this, but I just used white so that you guys would be able to see it. We're almost done. What was that? Something just fell off my ceiling. Okay, so that is in place and it is not going to fall apart, which is great. The zipper should open and there is nothing on the other side because we haven't closed the bag yet. So let's go back to the table and have another sip of coffee. Hold on. Here we go. I want to take a moment to, be on camera and just say hi to you guys. Oh, is it Guinea or Ginny? It's going to be hot because Houston's always hot. Is it overcast? I don't know. I haven't been outside yet. I don't really
I was muted. Sorry. Hey, Chris, I was laughing because I thought, you know what? While you're drinking your coffee, why wouldn't they mow the lawn right during your live show? Because that's like a perfect time to do that, isn't it?
Right. Can you hear it, by the way?
No.
Okay, good. Yeah, you were saying like you always have the UPS guy show up while you're doing a stream.
Yeah, he hasn't shown up. I've been on mute just in case. He always shows up during the live. So you know what? Your trend will be the mowing the lawn. It's all right.
Well, it's fine. It's not going to distract me because I'm focused on all of you guys. But I think I'm glad you were laughing at me. Because whatever. Okay, we're doing great here. I'm very happy so far. How's it look so far, Angela?
It looks great.
Okay, excellent. So we are, I think, one stitch away from this being done now, which is perfect. And Angela, enjoy everything that you're working on. Thanks for popping in to say hi. I know everyone here loves Angela, including myself. All right. So I'm just cleaning up any loose threads. Now, all we have to do, and I normally press this because I want it to look nice. Now, I cut the pocket bag much longer than the panel because, like I said, we're going to kind of fold that in half. So I'm going to fold this so that corner to corner right here and on the other side. So that is how big our pocket ends up being on the inside of our panel. Now I'm just going to press this lower edge so that it lays nice and flat, like that. Now I just need 2 pins. We're going to pin the top corners like this. Okay. Now, if you want, you can open your bag with the zipper, and that's how it's going to look, okay? I could have, actually, that's, I don't know, conveniently placed, snowflake or whatever. So to sew this into place, the way I always do this is I turn my panel upside down, looking at the front, and then I fold back. Oops. Let me try that one more time. Then I fold the right side back, and I've got this edge. This is where we're going to start sewing. And then I'm going to fold this up, and we're going to pivot here and go across. And then I'm going to pivot here and go back down to the bottom of the bag. I don't need to like pin this into place, but I'm just going to feed this into my machine like this, and then we're going to sew all the way around, and that is it for the zipper pocket. Oh no, I'm eating through time so fast. I think that happens with Angela and I when we do intros and just chat, as the minutes just fly by, and that's what happens. But I'm still confident we'll be able to do the zipper pouch after this. Okay. So I don't really need the zipper foot, so I'm going to take zipper foot off and use my regular presser foot. And I'm not going to switch my thread color because you'll never see this and it won't matter. So we're starting at the bottom of the pocket bag, even though this whole thing is upside down. I did a back stitch at the bottom, and then we're going to sew up. I don't always take out my pins, but I definitely do on these corners because it will get in the way. Okay. And when I've got enough clearance, I will pivot. And we're going to go across the top of the pocket, assuming this doesn't get stuck. Okay. And forgive me, I thought I was going to do so much better at being interactive in chat, but I just haven't been. Normally when I broadcast, it's like 4 or 5 hours. So I got tons of time to just screw around, but you guys got me on a limited 1 hour broadcast here. Okay. So if I unfold all this, this is the inside, and you can trim like the top and the sides and stuff if you want. You really don't have to because you'll never see it. But let's take this over to the table and see how it looks. So here was our original reference zipper pouch, and here's our new one. So I can unzip it, open the thing, and then we've got nice winter wonderland fabric on the inside right there, which is awesome. And that is done. And normally, like in this other example, I would do one of these zipper pockets like right here. So this is one big panel, and then I embroidered something on it. I put, magnets on here for the clasp. I put interfacing and stabilizer and all this other stuff in the bag. So there's lots of different ways that you can customize. Here's another example on the back where there's a big embroidery. That's like a 9 by 9 inch embroidery with a pocket at the top. So if you're going to do that, embroider first and then do your pocket. Just make sure you plan it all out so you know exactly where everything is going to go. Otherwise, you're going to, get mad at yourself. The model of that machine is the Brother ST150 HDH. If someone wants to type that in chat, I would appreciate it for So Francine. Okay, we've got like 15 minutes, and I'm going to try to show you guys how to make a super fast zipper pouch. Where did I put my example? Here it is. But I already picked out fabrics for this, so it should be fine. So there's a new video game that came out this week, and I used fabric in the theme of it, which I'm excited about. So this was the reference. But it is 2 panels on the outside, a zipper on top, and then 2 lining panels for the inside, which is really neat. So we're going to try to teach you guys how to make one of those. And these I'll often like vinyl cut something or embroider on the front before I put it together. But in this case, we're just going to be using some pretty wild fabrics. So let me put these items away. We're going to get ready to do... I got a bunch of Alexander Henry fabrics. So the inside is going to be skulls, and the outside is going to be these Halloween tattoo skullgirl fabric. Now, I should have cut out a template, but I didn't. Okay, so I forget the name of this fabric. I remember it's very clever, but I made a pair of pants out of this, and it's one of my all-time favorites. Here we go. So where is my big, here it is. So for this, we're going to cut, okay, so we're talking measurements. this is another 7-inch zipper. So we're going to cut the width 9 inches, just like before. And then I think we're going to do it like 7 inches tall. And with 1/2 inch seam allowance, it'll boil down to like 7 or 8 by, 6 inches tall. This one's kind of bulky because the fabric on the lining was denim for some reason. I don't know why I did that. But this one should lay a lot flatter. Thank you, Sarah McKinney. I appreciate it. Brother or RT from Brother. I don't know who you're saying is smart, but it certainly isn't me. Okay, so I want the front to have this person's face in the center. So if this is 9 inches wide, 4.5 would be center, about right here. Okay. I'm being a little too particular with this, but that's just the way that I am. Okay. Now I want to go down 7 inches. Yeah, having made a pattern would have been brilliant, but that's what you get when you get good old disorganized Tock helping you guys learn how to do a zipper pouch. Okay. So it's 9 inches across. I'm just doing this freehand, basically. And then, hopefully, I can use this as a template to do the 3 other cuts that we need to make. I also have a dull rotary blade. So, okay. Now, what do we want on the back? So we've got this person on the front. Let's do her. Ooh, actually, I kind of like this over here. You're brilliant. Okay, you're just being overly nice. And I appreciate it because you know what? A lot of guys out there don't get a ton of compliments, so it means a lot. I will remember that for months because that's just the way that I am. Okay, so I'm using our first cut of fabric as our pattern, so to speak. Oh, I'm really bummed out. I won't get to show you guys how to sew a separating zipper into a hoodie. But I already have a video on how to make a hoodie from scratch. So if you guys are desperate to learn, then that already exists. And I don't know if there's anyone else that has a video on that pattern that I've done, but whatever. Okay. I will iron these after we cut out our lining fabric. So the lining, I've just got some good old black and white skulls here, which I've also made a pair of pants out of this. Now, since I don't really care what is showing up, I'm just going to fold this in half. We're going to use this as our pattern. We're going to cut out 2 panels at once. And I did pick 2 fabrics that have a directional print, as someone said earlier, so that I can show you guys exactly how to get things so they're right side up on the inside and the outside. And this little zipper pouch only has 4 stitches. I did a class on this live in person at a convention in Atlanta last year, and it went really well. It was like people that had never used a sewing machine ever before got to learn how to use a machine and make one of these in a 1-hour class. And they were so excited when the whole thing was done. They were like, I thought I was just going to learn how to thread the damn machine, not actually make something really cool. So I cut out like tons of cool fabrics for people to use, and it worked really well. Please do a video on your channel to show in stitches. I will do a specific video for that, like exclusively, because it is part of my hoodie tutorial, but it's, at the very end. So if you don't want to have to sift through it, then I will use the demo I prepared and I'll just shoot a video on that. How's that sound? And it'll be called How to Sew a Separating Zipper, right? That hoodie is hilarious too. I made it out of like neon teal and blue flannel, and it's way too hot to wear in Texas, but I think it's going to be pretty cool looking. My channel name, Lorraine, is just Tock Custom. See at the top of my screen, like there, where it says Tock Custom. If you look up that on YouTube or pretty much anywhere, you'll find my videos. And thank you for asking. All right. So I've got like 8 minutes to show you guys how to do this. Maybe I should just speed run it. All right. Here comes the sewing speed run, and I'll try to explain this how I'm doing it. So first, you're going to start with, and I will shoot a video on this when I'm done too. This is one of my outside panel pieces. So we're going to lay that right side up. Then I'm going to take my zipper. And this is the right side of the zipper. We're going to flip it upside down. So the zipper head is on the bottom. And I'm going to put it at the top just like that. Okay. For this, we're going to be using Wonder Clips instead of pins because it's way easier. So I'm going to pin those together like that, and then we're going to take one of our lining pieces, and we're going to lay this right sides together with the zipper in between, okay? The directional top of my print on top where the zipper is for both, so that the skulls will be facing the right way and the tattooed girl will be facing the right way. Now, we're going to take this over to the machine, and we're going to sew along this edge. Let me do another couple of clips here. So I'm going to put my zipper foot into place because that is very helpful for this. Take this over to the machine. And Angela, I know you're just like sitting there shaking your head thinking, there's no way he can finish this in time. And you might be right. I'm not going to say that, you know, you're not correct, but I'm going to try.
I wasn't thinking anything.
We're gonna try. Thank you for having faith in me. Okay, I'm not worried about what color thread I'm using since I'm pretty sure all of the threads will be hidden when you finish this. Okay, so I am lining this up not at a specific seam allowance, but just as close as I can, so that we're not going to sew over the zipper teeth. And I know it's kind of hard to see with that angle, and these fabrics are really crazy looking. But I can feel where the zipper teeth is with my finger, so I know that I'm not going to sew over it. Okay, so that's one of our 4 stitches is done, and we are going to show you what this looks like. For this, I like to iron after the first 2 stitches. So when I open this up, let's do this. So it was like this, right? So that is how this is going to look on one of the sides. And all I'm doing is just folding the fabric so they're laying the correct way. I'm going to put the zipper on the left and pull these nice and tight. Does this make sense, you guys, so far? Kind of, maybe? Sure. I'm going to press that. And normally I would also top stitch it right along that zipper tape, but we don't have that kind of time. So we're just going to press right on to the next part. So same deal as before, is we're going to take our outside panel, right? Do it face down. Flip this upside down so that the zipper is once again upside down. You want the zipper teeth to be pressing down. Then we're going to take our lining panel, go right sides together one more time. So same thing as before, except the zipper head is on the other side this time. All right, I got 10 minutes tops to do this. We got this. All right, so same stitch as before, just right across the top right there. And then all of the zipper parts of the stitches are done. So I'm not going to move my zipper foot. Do a little back stitch, take out my clip, sew all the way down, taking out my clip so this doesn't pleat. All right, sweet. Now, one more time, we can, where did I put, there. Love that he doesn't use the foot pedal to sew. Oh, crap. I almost just knocked my iron on the floor. I use my foot pedal. It's down where my feet go. Oh, wait. I hit the wrong camera. What is happening? go. There it goes. Okay. Okay. So now I'm unfolding this one more time. So there's the zipper in the middle. I'm going to pull this nice and tight, and we're going to iron that into place. And I've got 9 minutes to do 2 very simple stitches. So at this point, you should kind of start to see like, oh, cool, I sewed a zipper between 2 pieces of fabric and whatever, right? I am done with, no, I'll need this later. All right, the next part is we're going to take our 2 outside panels and we're going to match them together. And I'm going to use pins and clips for this. So I'm going to pin the corners of the outside panels together. And then I'm going to match up the lining corners. We're going to pin those as well. And I just need 4 pins for this. And then where this part is the only technical part of this project. So when I hold this like this, you can see the zipper tape is kind of pushing those panels of fabric apart. I want to push the zipper so it's going towards the outside fabric from the inside, so that when I pinch this, it lays flat with the zipper head poking on the right side. I don't have time to make sure that makes sense, so just trust me. So here it is from the other side. I'm going to push the zipper tape so it's folding towards the outside panels again. Pinch that together, put a clip in place like that. Okay. Now this will be hard. Oh, I'll use clips for this. So we need to sew this from the lining all the way around to the other side of the lining. I'm going to put clips here to show you where I start my stitch with the red facing up. And this is where I end my stitch here. Okay. So I'm going to start here, back stitch, go all the way around, pivoting at the corners and ending right at this other clip here. Okay. Oh man, this is going to make a great tutorial when I end up actually doing that. Sewing camera. Okay. Pop, 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 pop. All right, so starting at the bottom clip, and this is, I can kind of eyeball this. Oh no, where did I put my other presser foot? I don't need the zipper foot for this part, so I'm going to put my normal one in there. We've got 2 stitches left, and I've got like 4 minutes to do it. All right, so we've got that. We're going to do a pivot. So all the way across. So that's the lining fabric. Take out my clip. And I'm going to go a little slow over the zipper tape to make sure I don't hit anything metal in there. Or it's a plastic zipper, but whatever. Okay, keep it going all the way to the top of the outside panel corner. This might be kind of sloppy because I am not being careful, but it's going to work probably. We'll see. Okay, third corner, pivot. Once again, I'm going to go, oh crap. Oh wait, it's not too late. This is really important. Before you sew the whole thing together, it's a really good idea to open your zipper. Oh, is it on the other side? Yeah, it's too late. I can do it after, but it's a lot easier if you open your zipper before you start this, but I wasn't thinking. Okay, anyway, let's finish this and then I'll get it open. People are going to be angry with me. Okay. Last corner, pivot, pull out my last clip, and then we're going to do a back stitch here. And now, while I'm trying to get the zipper head to go in the correct direction, what happened with that? Okay. Why does it keep... Oh my God. Forgive me, I'm having technical camera difficulties. I will watch the... Okay, thank you, Linda. Yeah, Connie, you were smarter than I was, or just more alert. So I've done this so many times, I've gotten kind of good at it. But now that I'm on camera and live and on the spot, okay, so I'm holding the zipper. All right, I got it. It's moving a couple inches at a time. I'll get this. We are not angry. Okay. I know Connie's sitting there shaking her head like, look at this crazy, weird dude pretending he knows what he's doing in the sewing workshop. All right, here we go. That's probably enough. Okay, so we left a hole in the bottom of the lining, right? Oh, wait. Hold on. I almost forgot. Clip your corners. And I don't have time to like trim all of the seam allowance, but I am going to clip my corners so that that lays nice and flat. Just make sure you don't cut through your stitches. Also, I almost forgot to take those pins out. So now we're going to go through the hole in the bottom. We just have one stitch left. You look normal like the rest of us. Thank you, Amanda. All right, so I'm turning the whole thing right side out. I got this, Ms. Angela Wolf, or Mrs. Angela Wolf. I got this. Don't you worry. Okay. I don't have time to press this.
Oh, you have time. I'll give you a few more minutes.
No, we got this. I'm going to do it. All right, so now I'm not even going to pin this. I'm just going to fold the seam allowance of the lining. It'll kind of naturally want to fold into itself. So I'm just going to hold it like that. I'm not even going to pin it. And then we're just going to sew it straight across. And this is in the lining. So it's okay if the stitches are visible because you'll never even see it. Now, oh yeah, 2 minutes to spare. Easy. Why did I think I was going to get through 3 projects? That's insane. I guess I'm very ambitious. I've got very high expectations of myself. All right.
I see Marcia. Angela, are you there? Yeah, I'm here. I'm hiding in the peanut corner, Marcia. I'm just like sitting back watching, enjoying.
She's cheerleading me right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Assuming I did this all correctly. Oh, the zipper isn't all the way open. That's why. Okay. So now this is done. Okay. So all I have to do is stuff the lining fabric into the outside fabric and do my best. Look at that. 2 minutes to spare. I did that in what, like 16 minutes or something while explaining it. I'm just pressing all my corners and clipping any loose threads. Booyah. This thing is awesome. All right, I'm going to iron this real quick because I even have 1 minute to spare.
That's cute, Chris. That's a cool bag.
Thank you. The folks at Brother are never going to have me back on this channel, but I'm making the most of it while I'm here. All right. So that is a second project with a zipper, start to finish. And I love the fabrics. This looks really good. The zipper does work. It opens, and there are awesome black and white skulls on the inside. So where's my other awesome project? So we did 2 things in 1 hour of streaming. We did a welted zipper pocket and a zipper pouch, just like that. And the breaking news is that I actually accomplished it, and Angela didn't have to yell at me once.
You didn't hear me with the bell? Actually, Maxine was at the door ringing the bell for Maxine the squirrel came to eat his nuts. Everyone was asking. Yeah.
I did not hear that. I'm so proud of myself. That went really well. And thank everyone for being so nice. And Angela, thank you so much for being an incredible host.
Everybody loved you, and I was having fun too. I'm just sitting here hanging out. You're so easy to watch, and I drank like 3 cups of tea.
That's what I'm doing right now. Cheers. And it's 12 o'clock or Central Time. It's 1 o'clock Eastern on the dot. So I'll let you do whatever kind of outro you have to do. I'm so happy we got to do this, and it worked out so well, though.
This is the outro. So, brother, thanks for letting us take over your page. Chris, that was an awesome project. For all of you watching, if you want to watch it again, if you're on Facebook, share it to your page. If you're on YouTube, be sure to subscribe. You'll never miss a live show. And Chris, that was amazing. Great job.
Thank you very much. And thank everyone for watching. And thanks to Brother for, putting me on their channel. This is super fun.
Very fun. And you can find Chris at, tell them your website, Tock Custom. I thought I had it in here.
TockCustom.com or on YouTube or Instagram or any of the other things. Just Tock Custom, all one word.
There you go. He's got a great YouTube channel. Are you still active on Twitch?
No, but now that my book is out, I'm going to be going back onto that. I shouldn't mention that though, because it's kind of a mature broadcast. So just pretend that we never brought it up. I do a
Okay,
lot of
scratch that.
dancing and weird jokes, and I play like the accordion and the piano, and I make up weird songs while I'm sewing. So I don't know if that's what this audience likes, but that's what I do on my Twitch channel.
Very cool. Well, you can find him. Go to his website. You'll see him on YouTube and every place else. And I saw somebody asking about something I've got going on this afternoon. It's not a brother event, but if you go to my Facebook page, Angela Wolf, there's a link there. So I can't remember if it was Mary that was asking about that. So anyways, Chris, it's always awesome to see what you're working on, and can't wait till you come on next time.
Yeah, I think I'm doing one next month. So I'll see you at the end of June if I don't talk to you sooner.
Awesome. And for all of you on Facebook, by the way, we've started posting these live shows, a link so you know where you're going, like a month early. So you can scroll through the Facebook events and go, hey, I want to see, you'll know what time, when Chris is on again, or anybody else that you enjoy watching, or just mark your calendar every Tuesday, every Thursday at noon Eastern.
I'm excited. Thank you so much, Angela.
Bye, everyone.
I'll let you get the